2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 13 through chapter 5, verse 1. We believe, therefore we speak. Since we have the same spirit of faith as he had who wrote, I believed, so I spoke. We too believe, and so we speak, knowing that he who raised the Lord Jesus will raise us also with Jesus and bring us with you into his presence. For it is all for your sake, so that as grace extends to more and more people, it may increase thanksgiving to the glory of God. So we do not lose heart, though our outer nature is wasting away. Our inner nature is being renewed every day. For this slight momentary infliction is preparing for us an eternal weight of glory beyond all comparison. Because we look not to the things that are seen, but to the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are transient, but the things that are unseen are eternal. For we know that if the earthly tent we live in is destroyed, we have a building from God, a house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. In this reading, Paul is contrasting our earthly afflictions with the hoped-for eternal heavenly reward. Paul's critics accuse him of deceit, not being honest. Paul's retort is that he is doing what we all should do: live a Christian life with nothing to hide. He continually invites his readers to examine all of his actions, words, teachings, and his entire life, and call us to imitate him. Paul is a perfect example of Psalm 116, verse 10. I kept my faith, even when I said, I am greatly afflicted. Paul refers to his afflictions as slight and momentary. This statement comes from a man who had been stoned, beaten, shipwrecked, and cast into dungeons. In light of eternity, Paul considers those afflictions to be slight and momentary because they only serve to strengthen his faith. Wouldn't it be nice to have Paul's eyesight? Paul looks upon his afflictions not as troublesome, but as opportunities to improve and strengthen his faith. You see, Paul has the Christian attitude of thankfulness. Someone once said, the most destructive acid in the world is found in a sour disposition. Paul demonstrates the ability to cleanse himself of bitterness, rage, anger, brawling, slander, and malice. He developed an attitude of gratitude. A person with a grateful heart is filled with thanksgiving and will have no room for anger, bitterness, and grumbling. This reading closes with Paul making a comparison between a tent and a building. Remember, Paul was a tent maker by trade, and I'm sure he would have appreciated the craftsmanship of a well-made tent. Our bodies are like tents, well-made, but in time they will begin to sag, shake, seams will begin to tear. Heaven, on the other hand, is a permanent building which awaits our resurrected body, built by the Creator, not for a temporary time, but for eternity. As Paul says, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. An athlete is not crowned unless he competes according to the rules.